Was there ever one time in your life where your parents had had enough and forced you to go into the wilderness? Well, that never happened to me because I wanted to go into the wilderness. And you know when? In 5th grade, me and all my other classmates, we had science camp. If you had it, then congratulations. You don't know what it is, then I guess I'll just tell you some stories that happened in there for 5 days. Okay, the video is not actually for 5 days. That's how long I've been in science camp. Okay, so the first story in science camp. So the first story was, so after, breakfast, dinner, and the activities, we went to our cabins, and I'm going to tell you who were in our cabins. The squad or something. Yeah. Okay, so everybody in the squad. So the first person was me, of course. Why not? Hi. And the second person was Luke. Yeah, Luke. And in fact, all of my friends went here. Well, all the friends that are my friends. What? And the third person was Jagger, and the fourth person was Omid, and these were all my friends. And also Charlie, and Esme, and maybe Jewel, And here are the random people. Of course, we had a counselor who's lived with us named Arm. Not actually, I'm just making a fake name. Don't know. Permission. And okay, the second random person, I guess he'll give me permission. I don't know. Not a big deal. His name is Chris. And the third one is, of course, I don't think he'll allow. So I'm going to say, Do. No. Do, like D-O. Yeah, that's the squad. Sorry for the dramatic pause. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so when the squad was going to bedtime, so basically, I have 2 stories of, in our cabins. So, basically, when it was nighttime, there's, this one moment where, so my animated character has glasses, and if you saw my face in the gaming videos, you might see I also have glasses. So, when the counselor told me to, put me and Jagger's suitcases or bags in, the hallway, and I forgot to put my glasses away, and I had this weird, sleep mask, and because I am stupid and I'm a, 10-year-old kid who stalks a random stick note animator, why do I still talk about that guy? I decided to put my glasses on, put the sleep mask on top of my glasses, and just deal with it. Because I was trying to be nice, so I couldn't, interrupt somebody, just, yell out in my counselor as everybody was sleeping, say, "Hey, I want to put my thing away." No, I didn't do that. So I decided I was going to put it on my face. So I was just suffering. But that meant I cannot sleep at all. So I was just sitting there for 2 hours or 6 hours just waiting. And another thing I hadn't told you yet is the counselor, when we were sleeping, he'd done the most rudest thing ever that everybody else did. He made it so we when we were very cozy in 6 a.m, he just burst off the lights to just basically just tell everybody to wake up, stop being lazy. And everybody just hated it, dude. It was so bad. Flashbang. You're so cozy in bed, and then BAM! hits. I don't like it. So later that bet, I told Jagger about it, and I said like this funny thing where I said I was ready for it. I was ready. Okay, to the story. So Luke told me, in fact, I saw this the day I was like suffering while sleeping. I saw Chris, you know, the guy I was talking about earlier. I saw Chris like going into the bathroom, and he went or maybe it was the camp counselor. I couldn't tell. It was so dark. He like went next to like Jagger's bed because Jagger slept on top of him. Bunk beds. We had bunk beds. And when he was trying to get in, he like knocked over all of Jagger's stuff, and I was like, nah. And then like it fell over. Some people woke up, went back to sleep, and I was just sitting there like, oh, you messed up. I didn't like plot anything to get him fired. I was like, it's my secret against his. In fact, I kind of blurred out it to him. I was like, yo, I heard somebody like, I think I saw the counselor walk out. I told this to all my friends next to the counselor, and he was like, meh. I don't even think he knew. I was just like trying to let this guy know what he did. I actually think I knew who did it. A bunch of people thought it was Chris because it's like a tall figure, but no, I think it was the counselor. Plus, Chris' bed was right. It was across the hall. No, not across the hall, across the room. It was him. It would make sense because, you know, he was trying to go to bed even though he's just blasting his phone. Yeah, it kind of sucked. But hey, at least I was still there, you know, with my friends. Okay, next story. Okay, the next story is, so, after a nice day of doing nothing, the camp people decided that we should exercise, aka we should do something fun. So we went on this like a little walk, like down the forest, like through the bridges, and we went to this ginormous building. Speaking of the building, what was in this building was nice, beautiful tiled floor, vast openness with ginormous walls, and in the center of it all was a rock climbing course arena thingy. So they like made us like go in a line, and like I think the line was labeled by youngest to oldest. And, like, I think the oldest go first. I was, like, at the end. And they had these, like, bleacher things. So while people were waiting, they, like, made us sit down. So after that, we waited, and a bunch of people were climbing. And when I started to look at this, when I was really young, I used to have a fear of heights. And we are climbing a rock climbing course. You can probably tell where this is going. I chickened out. I got scared. I was like, wait, what if I fall? Or what if I break somebody's neck? So after exiting my mind, I decided to finally go up and ask them if I'm being forced to do this. Hey, mister? Do I have a choice to do this or not? I'm sorry, kid, but the U.S. government really needs that money, so we're just going to ruin your life. And also, we need that money. So, I don't care about your feelings, or you're scared. You're going to climb that giant rock down to Everest. You like that? Please don't hurt me. Okay, so after that, all the courage that I had, I walked up to the mountain, and they attached me to the harness, and then I finally stepped on the first rock, and I never felt so alive. I'm doing it! I'm stuck. I can't move. Help! Help! I also never felt so humiliated. Oh no, the budget ran out. Well, I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode.